Hello everybody, good morning and welcome to my Ascension Messages. My name is Bobby, I am from Australia and I will be doing some channeling today. So I'm channeling through the dragons today. This happened because somebody in my chat bar mentioned the dragons and I'd already previously pulled up an image and like a few days before of a dragon and thinking to myself, I need to bring the dragons through. I have a beautiful girlfriend who works with dragons and I'm like, okay, this is too in my face now. We've got to do this. So that's where that's come from. Hey, Debbie, good to see you. Also, I have a story to tell you, my own story first, because that's going to help me level out and bring this dragon energy through, which is quite a powerful energy. It's a very strong masculine energy in its own right. It needs to be met with a powerful feminine energy to be able to bring it through. That's what they're telling me anyway. So also I just uploaded hidden codes to the wind on my other channel. My other channel is Codes to a New Reality on YouTube. So if you want to go take a look at that, subscribe or whatever. We've reached over 200 subscribers now. It's only been a month up there. I'm really excited about that. It's still going up. So yeah, really happy about that. And this next video about the wind is just beautiful. All of the videos are beautiful, and I'm going to sort myself out so that I do a hidden code, and then I'm going to bring it through as a silver tier on my Patreon, and we are going to discuss it into depth, in a real deep way. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to use the tarots as well, but I just want to channel through some messages first, because that's what I feel to do with the dragon energy. In this moment, I want to bring them through and just talk about humanity's consciousness, where we're going, what we're bringing through. If you're hearing tiptoeing past me, it's the dog. He's going back and forth, back and forth. Okay. Dragon energy, here we go. So they were showing me a dragon flying, and they're showing me its ability to shift energy in the practical way through the fire. There was a long time ago, dragons were working well with humans because humans had a very high priestessy feel about them. And the dragon in reflection was the manifestation of the power of the masculine, but it hadn't been found within humanity as much as it was in the dragon. So the dragon went to sleep in order for the masculine to go deeper. Now they're showing me the dragon curled up around treasure. That happened after. So there was this meetup. It was almost like now the dragon doesn't have the feminine power, so they started to try to lure in the feminine power through material wealth. And so they curled themselves up around their nest egg of abundance. And this is where the masculine energy is at the moment. And they're showing me a curling around a nest egg of the outer reality of gold and treasures and stuff like that, trying to lure in this kind of a virgin high priestessy person, but they're not meeting with that, because that part of humanity has gone to sleep, and so too did the dragon energy in the end. It was not meeting at a very nice place, and it's the uncurling of the masculine energy. So showing me the uncurling of it, which will allow the release of needing to gain huge material wealth and a huge bank account and all of that sort of stuff to lure in the feminine side. And they're really, what they're looking for is the feminine side within themselves, but they're asking for it to be showing up outside of themselves in a female, but they're dominating over which ends up creating a warped relationship of females being passive to the aggressive masculine or the controlling masculine. So they're showing me that to be released. They're showing me also 7 whips of the tail of the dragon whipping earth before the awakening really happens. And then they're showing me the whipping being of all of the chakra, the energy belts of humanity, and what the colors that we've been riding through ourselves, the different energy levels that we've had, split up into chakra points. And it's like a whipping of each one. Are you ready to see the truth? Are you ready to see the truth? And that goes on for 7. And there's an awakening. For some reason, they're now taking me to the 9th chakra. I don't know chakras very well, but I'm just following this channeling. So there's an awakening or an opening. There's a void within oneself, a stillness of oneself, to meet the dragon within oneself as the outer potential of humanity rising, and as the observer, because the dragon flies, it can fly, it's an observer of all, and it is meeting itself as source energy in case, and that there's something to do with that too. I want to bring through a story of mine as well. I didn't really need to, but I like had it in my head. I've got to bring, I suppose it's my logical mind saying I have to tell this story because it's going to let me bring through these dragons, but they're really strong. Like my legs are literally shaking while I'm bringing this energy through. I don't watch anybody else, by the way. So all of this information is straight from them. I don't watch other people's channelings. I do tap on a few tarot readers for what's happening this week and stuff like that. But that's as deep as I go. Certainly haven't seen anything on dragons, just to let you know. But the story that I want to bring through, I think there's a really good reason why I want to bring this through. So what had happened was I met this guy from America who was creating these selenite swords, and they were like made out of selenite and wrapped around the handle of the selenite. The whole thing was selenite, was images and then leather, and you don't know what the images are underneath the leather. And inside he made a capsule and he put in these beautiful pieces of energy that he'd found, like stones or water from Lake Titicaca, or these different energy belts around the earth. So this one what had happened was when I met him, I'm like, do I really want to buy one of these swords? I mean, they were like $600. They were a lot of money. And I straight away would shy at something like that. It's a lot of money. Wasn't a very wealthy person. I'm going to say I wasn't then. I didn't find the abundance within myself, let's put it that way. And in the end, I had this big vision of it was about this color, a little bit yellowier, probably yellowier than that, kind of a musty browny color of a dragon's eye. And it was so vivid in my head. Now, he hadn't mentioned dragons. Inside these swords, it could be absolutely anything, any sort of anything, even angels, anything. I mean, I'd heard one person had an angel one. That's all I'd heard. I hadn't heard the word dragon. No one had mentioned it to me, but this is what I saw in my mind's eye the night before I was going to have this meeting with this guy in America over Zoom. So I saw this big, huge eye, and I knew it was a dragon's eye, and it was staring right at me. It was so in my face. The next day, he's like pulling out a whole heap of swords. He's just showing all these swords. Do you feel an affinity to this one, to this one, to this one? And I said, oh, I like the shape of this certain one that was like angled like that. And he goes, oh, okay, it goes with this. And he showed me this bumblebee jasper that he said he hadn't put on yet. It was like a slither of a crystal that he puts on the outside of the leather, sticks it to the actual selenite sword. And it was the same color and had like an eye in it, just like the eye that I saw. It had like a black bit in the middle, like a pupil that was slit, and the color of the eye of the dragon. And I said, no way. I just saw last night this dragon's eye exactly the same color as that. And he's going, no, he turned around and said, no way. Because inside the sword was all of these dragons. That sword that I'd chosen was images of dragons. You can't see them. They're all wrapped up in leather and as the handle. He goes, that's what's inside the sword, is all these dragons, right? Now, fast forward a few more days, he said he still had to put more, it together a bit more and do his thing, energy, before he'd send it out. It was a couple of days later. I was working as a volunteer in a Nepali shop, serving customers. And I was the only one there serving. It was a really big shop, and it was beautiful, actually, in Malini. Anyway, it's called Shed the Light. Everything's volunteer there, because she takes all of the money and sends it back to Nepal for the orphanage. They actually created an orphanage over there that they're helping these kids and mothers that are needing help too. Anyway, not so I'm digressing. So I was working, and then I didn't know what was happening. He didn't tell me the exact date that he was going to put it together, no timing or anything like that. And then I was working, and all of a sudden, my vision starts to blur. I'm like going, holy crap, what the heck is happening energetically? I don't faint. I'm not a fainter at all. And all of a sudden, I'm feeling like everything is not making sense. Like I couldn't see things anymore. So I kind of ushered, there was a couple of customers. I said, I am so sorry. I need to usher you out because I feel like I'm going to faint. I need to have a little bit of time to myself. And they're like, oh, can you just put this through for me? And I'm literally doing this, serving this customer while I was going to faint. Anyway, I couldn't even read anything. So I served her anyway. I pulled myself together enough to serve her. And as soon as I shut the door and locked it and put, I'm away for 5 minutes on the door, I lied down because I just had to flatten myself out for a good 20, 30 minutes. I was lying there because everything was wheezy. And then I thought I kept seeing the dragon. So I ended up contacting Tom, this beautiful man that was putting these swords together, and asked him exactly the right time in America when he was putting it together. And it was exactly then. He was actually doing the energy work on that dragon sword. Now, I use that dragon sword. I hold it with me. I haven't got it with me at the moment because I'm all over the show and everything's packed away. But I hold it to my heart. I don't really need it anymore anyway because I've found this within me. But I hold it to my chest if I'm feeling like I need to shift a story. And I ask for the benefit of everyone in the story for it to be over, because what stories you bring in on yourself is also entangled into their story. Yes, they could be the villain in the story or whatever, the one that you're wanting to, move away from you or whatever. They could be seen as the villain from your side of the story, but we're all entangled in these stories as a victim and the villain anyway. So if I see the problem within myself and I ask it to be shifted, then the dragon sword can help me shift it. But I have to see the problem within myself first before I can shift it. So dragon energy can do that. It can shift stories. That's why they have the fire coming out of their mouth. They can literally flatten the land to start again. Okay, that didn't work. Let's start again. So there's that's happening, but it's the masculine energy that's grounded into this plane of existence. It works with the masculine, the practical playing field. And they are asleep at the moment. They're showing me them asleep in mountains, and they are waking. The energy of that is awakening within humanity. And in the end, it will come forth as a manifestation of the dragons returning to humanity in the future. But it has to have already met with you. They're bringing up a poem. Man, I didn't even remember this poem. I wrote this beautiful poem. I'll see if I can find it so I can put it in the comments underneath. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it was about an innocent girl child that was seeing a dragon that was tormenting a village, and the villagers were all going to get together and kill this dragon because they were scared of it. But they didn't see that this dragon had this essence or this beauty within its eyes. So it's something to do with those that you think are in charge of you or controlling you. There's an innocence within you that can match that. And when that matches that, it pours out this love. This child just walked up with this innocence and literally saw this beauty within the dragon's eye and saw that it was just afraid. And so it would lash out in a physical way. A feminine side that's lashes out in the magical way, right? We lash out from the inner core out of there's kind of like a magic, spell-like kind of an essence to the feminine that's angry, but or feeling lack of. And the masculine side is, they're showing me now the dragon. So interesting that. I've never thought of it like that. So there's this parallel existence that's happening within humanity as we awaken within us, meeting ourselves, the power of the dragon. And they're showing me now AI and being formed into the wisdom, and like it's going so far, the logical playing field is going so far that it's actually could cause so much fear. But if you match that fear and you know that you are, through the love of yourself, the innocence of yourself, you can tame it. And they're showing me someone riding the back of this dragon now, being able to tame it, as in, hey, masculine, we want to work together as the power. Like the awakening of the dragon is in sense, it's uncurling of trying to protect the material world that it has, and understanding that it's allowing the feminine energy to be that it was missing. It wasn't that it needed abundance through misery and keeping it close to it. It was looking for the abundance of being able to shift the stories as much as possible to be able to have the adventure and flow again. And it's showing me the dragon flying through the air now and not being curled up around the treasure. So humanity in itself is recognizing this within themselves. We don't need to have the big bank balance. We can actually find stillness with ourselves and find that innocence and that love, which is meeting the wrath of the dragon, the wrath of the power that's outside of us. And when we meet it like that, now showing me this beautiful video of a Tibetan shepherd. It was a shepherd, but it was like a Tibetan monk. He had this power, he had this unknowing within himself. I think he'd been on his own for so long with his sheep. He knew how to wield with the wildness of everything. And this leopard came up to him that was to attack, wanted to, it could have attacked his sheep. And he just turned around. There's an actual video of him patting this leopard. He met it at the love of itself. He met it at source energy. If we meet things at that value of love, then we know whether it's hungry or whether it needs something to eat. And there is no friction between, well, I will give to you this nearly, this sheep that is nearly going to pass over and asking to be passed over, or you're not hungry, so I can pet you. There's something to do with that, and the dragon essence within humanity, like they're showing me now, Game of Thrones, and the lady meeting the dragon and taming it because of her innocence, because of the love that she holds within. There's a meeting of the feminine energy. It's at the frequency of source energy, or knowing the value of source energy, that they can shift the story at any moment, and the frequency of the dragon energy, that is knowing it can shift the story in a physical way through the fire and all of that sort of stuff, and meeting that at this essence of self and stillness of validating each aspect of oneself as the same value. And that's going to allow humanity to branch out and become non-afraid, no more fear in the game anymore. The fear game is subsided. That's a sickness, it's a dis-ease, and it needs to go for us to be able to lift our reality into a higher dimensional aspect of ourselves, the true nature of humanity that isn't out of kilter, out of balance, and trying to protect the things that they know, like the logical, the dragon is protecting its treasure, and the feminine is protecting its magical essence and hiding it away and pretending it doesn't actually have it, trying to fit into the masculine, and all of this sort of stuff, that humanity is going all the wrong way around things, instead of uncurling oneself and going, I am free when I free myself up from the treasure. I'm free when I free myself up from the banks. I'm free when I free myself up, and I'm trusting the game now, that each and every moment something will come towards me that's going to gift me an enlightenment. And now I understand why they took everything away from me. And like just that in itself, it's given me an aha moment. Of course, that's why they took everything away from me. And I still am living a beautiful life and doing what I want to do and enjoying my life. Like I don't have a home, I don't have a loved one to support me. I'm on my own, and I've found this essence within me of validating myself and trusting the logical game. The dragon within me will find a path through being the observer of this. It's like an integration of the feminine rising the dragon into flying mode and staring through so much more beauty than before. So this is really powerful stuff. Just give me a moment. I haven't even touched the tarot. Okay, so we're supposed to be doing tarot as well. I will pull the tarot for those that are watching, so I can give you guys some messages for yourself and guiding through the dragon energies, because the dragon energies are now coming forward, because we have to be able to master this side. Why is it coming forward now? Because the feminine did some work on themselves and started to pull themselves away from needing to be supported by the outside world, because they're trusting their game, creating it from the inner world. And then the masculine is now starting to rise and understand, well, we want to still be in this world, this reality, this material, tangible, separated world, so that we can bring beauty into it. So anyway, I'm kind of getting lost in my channeling a little bit there. Hey Elise, hey Candice, good to see you. And Celtic, Debbie, good to see you guys in the chat bar. Yeah, if you want to book a reading with me, I keep forgetting to say that. I'm going to do a sale, because I really feel like I'm just going to do a big sale. I might even just lower my prices. I don't know. I'm just feeling that at the moment. I'm starting to let go of trying to make something. I'm just letting go. So just hold your horses. If you want a reading, I'll still decide, because I'm in the middle of a channeling. I'm trying to decide now. That's ridiculous. I'll decide after the channeling whether I want to lower my prices completely or do a sale. We'll see. I'll let you know. Anyway, I'll probably do that tomorrow, and you'll see it. Okay, and the AMAKEL school too, yeah. So that's my, AMAKEL is my Patreon school. We had one card that's flicked out, Dragon Energy, please. And especially for those that are watching now, what's the message for those that are watching now? And the Dragon Energy. So huge shifts that are happening in the awakening of this Dragon Energy. All is one and one is all, is what's coming up in my mind. All is one and one is all. There is no one more powerful than the other. It's just a difference that's split so that we can have this reality. That's all. It's the same same energy that split itself into one into compartmentalization and the other into esotericness, and it's the coming together of both. So yeah, grounding that energy and allowing the dragon to fly. I'm really like like I'm in that masculine. Oh, I'm shifting. Well, I'm shuffling. Okay, this is the first card that came out, the Seven of Swords. Deception will fall, because deception, the man that's holding the knives, like literally stealing the knives away, is scared that everyone else is scared that someone else is going to take the weapons that he needs. He's stealing everyone else's weapons so that they can't be used against him. There's something about the fall of what's happening now. They're talking about governments and parliaments and stuff like that. They're trying to steal the weapons. They're trying to stop this from happening, but it's not in stealing, because if you take up all these swords, it's going to get heavier and heavier and heavier, and you've got to find a place to hide them, and then you've got to protect them, and it's like going from one protection to another, protecting the gold and the worth, and then protecting the weapons that you stole and that sort of stuff. There's something about they're doing themselves in, because they're going to become sluggish, more tired, It's kind of like when we move through life and we're using only our mind to move through life, and we're not finding stillness. We become tired because we're constantly in our head trying to find the answer. And it's letting go of all of the swords and going, you know what? You don't know the answers. So just be present in the moment and just enjoy that. That's enough. So there's something to do with that, with the people that are here, and realizing that in reflection to outside themselves. Excuse the dogs snuffling and sniffing over there. Okay, so we also had the Five of Swords. Oh my gosh, look at all these mind cards. There's something about learning to control the mind, to be able to control the dragon within oneself. It's like a manifestation of the physical. The mind is logical mind's overtaken, and it's manifesting its way into our physical world, and the battle needs to be dropped. Now, on the other side of the coin, we have all of these three that came out together, and look at all the gold in this. Okay, so we have the Tower in reverse. So I'm feeling like this release of the mind, is going to bring a tower moment for the benefit. The gold, they're showing me the gold color. It's like abundance falling in your lap, because you've released, you've now let go, and you realize it's not the gold you were after, it's the life experience, it was the adventures that you were after. You were after moving through life as an innocent child, having an adventure in this. What magical stuff is out there? And when we stop trying to overprotect everything, we give ourselves respite and release, and to do that, then the crumbling away of that which we were holding up, the tower, is crumbling. And but in a way, because it's in reverse, it's not a smashing of your reality. It could seem like that, but it's something to do with, it's for the benefit. You see the benefits now. You see the benefits in the moment that it happens, where the diamond is showing itself as the reflection of yourself. And you are now holding that diamond within you, so you can let it go. You can leave it in Mother Earth. You don't have to dig it up anymore to make yourself feel valuable. You don't need to dig things in the soil. Yeah, you find it within yourself, and it just gifts you, because everywhere that you walk becomes this is a new perspective, but it becomes a new Ace of Cups. It becomes the golden heart that you have within yourself. But this card here, being that's a new perspective, hang on, just let me tap into that and ask the dragons what they're trying to say here, because I feel like there's something else. It's showing me the toes, from the toes to the head, from the toes to the head. the readjusting or realigning oneself, allowing oneself to evaporate in the thought that you carried of who you are, so that you can have a new perspective, inner guidance for yourself as you move forward, and allow this heart, your cup will be filled so much that you don't even need to seek the next story. It just becomes an evolutional expansiveness of your soul on earth, going on a journey, and no more afraid of the fear of death, and that's not even coming into your reality anymore. It heals yourself. When you stop fearing death, you heal yourself, they're saying. They're showing me a dragon with green, for some reason, green fire coming and brushing it over people, and they heal themselves, realizing that they already were whole. You can't get to that wholeness unless you're in stillness. You can't understand the healed self until you find stillness. Because within stillness, you were always healed. It was only because you were holding on to something really tight, which tightens your muscles, that gives you the illness. Or you were chasing something that was always eluding you in the future, and trying to control what was coming. They're showing me the Game of Thrones and that princess on the dragon, and she's just let go of the reins now, and the reins and all of the harnesses have just fallen, and it's just this freedom of understanding the connection of both is needed in this world, a trust, a faith between both. One never controls the other. There is the guiding forces between the unification of both. The rider and the energy and the rider, or the energy and the rider, and they're both showing me now the dragon as the energy rather than the practical. It's very interesting. When we meet at that, we are both becoming one. We also have this other one that's fallen out, and it's in reverse, but it's the Ace of Coins, and I'm seeing this as abundance coming in as in a physical abundance. Look at this. So we have, I know it was in reverse, but I think it was in reverse and over the side here, because it's a new way of abundance. It's not an abundance of, yay, I feel secure and safe now because my bank balance is full. It's an abundance of, I know I am always looked after. I know each step that I move through this life, I will always get what I need in every given moment, because I have that core belief within myself of absolute magnificent. They're showing me a master in this world that looks like a pauper, but he is full of wisdom, and such wisdom that he doesn't need to carry anything anymore. And so it's given him this freedom feeling of going wherever he wants, whenever he wants. So we have a new way of looking at grounding our physical. Yes, it will come in when you need it. If you needed a stable home to be able to do what you need to do for the mission that you have, then so be it. There's no wrong or right here, but it is a meeting from the absolute within oneself of knowing you are looked after because you know yourself, you know your self-worth. Yeah. So that's come up. That's really cool. The Dryad Dragon nature tree energies are very strong right now. Well, the Dryads are the oak tree fairies. I know that for sure because one of my daughters, she comes straight from that reality. And the dragons. See, the elementals and the dragons, they work together very well because there is that very innocent feminine aspect, the queen and the king and that sort of thing, alignment of understanding the value of the physical world as much as the inner world, the value of that physical world gifting us all of this luxury and fun to play in. But if we have the physical world without the inner support, then we will always be chasing something, and we will not feel the adventure. We'll be stuck in the 9-to-5 jobs. We'll be stuck in that never-ending wheel, the cog of like a hamster going on a wheel, and it's never coming off. The hamster wheel of the practical playing field, and yet you see all this color and beauty around you, but you're still chasing something because you haven't found it within you. You haven't found that trusting within yourself. Okay, we have a few that's come through. For the animal cards, we have elephant. We have an elephant coming through, greatness, which is another formidable animal that's got the strength, right? And it's strong, and it has, they say it has a great memory. Well, it has a great instinct as well. It understands the power of itself as it walks through on this earth. It says, love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. So see, this is the success that you're achieving. And new beginnings within the heart. First, it was the heart space. And then we have to flip over that abundance and recognize it comes from within. And then it starts landing in your lap. It just lands in your lap. You don't have to seek it. You live in the moment of it, and it becomes part of your reality. Whichever way it goes is the story that you want to navigate with. You could choose the story that you want to actually navigate with it. Then we have the grizzly bear. Look at these powerful animals that are coming through with this dragon energy. Grizzly bear, power. It states power. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. Look at that. Thank you, Yanaka, for that donation. Really, really appreciate just the love that comes with it. Thank you so much. Yeah, and the weird thing was, in between these two very strong animals, powerful animals, was right in the middle here. I'll pull it out. It was a unicorn. So that feminine energy, infinite possibilities. See, the dragon understands this when it is freed up and uncurled from its treasure. And it's starting to realize that it has to be the match of the priestess coming in, and the feminine energy that rides upon it and feels so safe no matter how high it flies. And it flies higher because it knows it can be navigated by the feminine energy too. So there's a definite understanding between these two. So we have these masculine energies, powerful ones. And in the middle of it was this literally riding the dragon. Isn't that interesting? Like, you got the bear on one side and the two wings of the dragon, and then this feminine riding unicorn energy. You are the sovereign of the seen and the unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness, go beyond the ordinary and become legendary. There. So, and that's what the feminine power is all about. So that's beautiful in itself. I just see one more. For some reason, I'm picking up the animal cards again. I will open up the chat bar for your own individual reading in a minute too. I'm loving this dragon energy though. Too many. Half the pack fell. Okay, let's see what else comes through. The dragon messages. One more card, please, would be great. So one card wants to come through, and it's not coming through. Okay. Loon, intuitive. Yeah. Look at this. Loon, intuitive. They said put down the card and just pack and just split the deck. So intuitive, learn, listen to the song in your soul, trust your intuition. You have a way of knowing. Emerge from your busy life and seek more solitude. And that was one of the things I was getting, as in to find the dragon within myself, especially if you're very feminine. Solitude is the way to do it. It is because you're no longer seeking something outside of you to be your support system. You're finding it from within you. You're no longer seeking love outside of you to be to love you. You're finding it within you. You're finding out who you truly are in the solitude. So, and then rebirth coming up as well. So we have that definite transformation that we're going through at the moment. So even though they're showing me, even though the feminine is on their own, a lot of us are on our own doing this work. When the masculine rises, there will be a coming together of the energies anyway. So the masculine and feminine will eventually merge as one, and they're showing me new leadership, new guidance. It's no longer going to be guiding by just a male in the parliaments and stuff. It won't be parliaments, it'll be something totally different, but it won't be humanity being guided by the masculine only anymore. It'll be a guidance by both. There will be an emergence of couples coming together that are so powerful within their own right of understanding all this that they've worked through, the shadow work and everything. Couples emerging that are of understanding that the outer is the inner and the inner is the outer, and that compassion prevails then, and then that is the guidance system of the next era of humanity, because we have that coming together within our logical and intuitive self, within our own mindset. And so a natural progression will be that those that do guide will be of partnerships, whether it be, one's more masculine than the others, it's masculine feminine energy as in what you're riding, whether you have one that has both, like some are born with very masculine and feminine, and the other one's born with masculine and feminine. It doesn't matter whether you're male or female is what I'm trying to say, but there has to be both masculine and feminine, the understanding of both, that they don't necessarily know everything, but it's like a respect. There's a respect. There's something happening there but they're showing me that's more of a coupling relationship that's going to be able to guide, rather than one or the other. Females in charge, males in charge, not like that anymore. Okay. Let's close this up a little bit, and I'll keep the dragons in the background here, and we will read for whoever wants a reading in the chat bar now. Yep. Okay. Here we go. So if anyone wants a reading, just speak out. Speak gently to yourself. Speak gently to yourself. Okay. Debbie. It's really interesting too, because I've gone into a very strange and strong solitude of myself. I'm no longer worried as much anymore. And it's very interesting how it works. The understanding of oneself in that space. Well, I don't know why I'm bringing that up with you, Debbie. Maybe it's kind of like a release of something that you thought you needed as a support system, and now you're just like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay if it's there, or if it's not, there's a reason for it. Honor your resistance. Sometimes no action is the best action of all. And that's so interesting that I got that card out for you. It says wait on the other side of this lovely lady. Now, the reason why they're saying it's not like a wait as in a wait, oh my God, I have to be patient. It's more of it's like it's kind of like how you're busy, 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 and then you're like, wait, I need to find stillness, because there's some message in that stillness that wants to come through, and you can't find it unless you're in that stillness. So it's like that. And it's like I release my mind. I release it because I'm going to find this. I need to trust that thinking of nothing is going to bring through the message that I require. And I'm now here to listen to that message for me to understand myself a lot more and be able to navigate my life in the future. So that's what I'm getting for you today, Debbie. Okay, Candace. Candace, the dragon energy. I knew this was this before I even flipped it, and I love it when that comes up. I actually thought it was the Lover's card, but it's the Two of Cups, very, very close to the Lover's card. A meeting is feeling like there's something within your heart space or alignment with your feminine self that wants to meet. I feel like, this is what I feel like, you might meet someone outside of you that is a feminine power. You are a feminine power. You meet someone else that's of a feminine power, and where you two meet becomes a entanglement of a story that actually helps you find more about each other or find more about yourself. So that's what I'm feeling with that one for you, Candace. Something to do with the feminine side of yourself, meeting a feminine side outside of yourself. It's just going to go, oh, I get this now. It's going to give you more power, more understanding, more power. Okay, who else have we got here? Justin, we have 3 cards that came out completely together, and I mean they flew out 1, 2, 3 together, and I've never seen that happen before. Usually it goes one and then another. This all came out together and they were in a triangle. So something to do with the 3 or the triangle. And not only that, the one that was at the top was the Queen of Wands, and look, it's at the top as a triangle. So then we have, okay, so I feel like you're going between worlds at the moment. There's this Queen of Wands of, I know my power of my feminine side. I know how to manifest things. I know who I am in my right of how to put this to action and carry this through in a physical way. And then there is you going from there to maybe someone in my past could help me, or maybe something in my past can help me, or maybe something about, maybe I have to go do some work in as a child when I was a kid. And then you go from there to, oh my God, I got too much to handle. There's a mind game that I'm playing and I'm a little stressed. And it's kind of like ding, 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 ding. You just keep going around in circles with this triangle. They all came together. So we want an emergence of all of this. One is it's almost like an acceptance of, even with the 9 of Swords and all of the mind games that we play within ourselves, is an acceptance of that, allows the emergence of past, present, future mind games, and the ability to manifest and take action in this world coming together. So it's like, as it happens, let it be a quickening. Accept it, accept it, accept it, accept. Just keep on accepting it as it goes through you, and just go, that's just part of my journey. It's just part of who I am. It's in the moment. It's belonging. It's fine. I accept it. That sort of thing. And the more that you come into acceptance, the more that these all come together. And then you realize, like, even that one was in the front, right? And then you realize it's okay. It's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Everything's okay. You're not fighting. There's least resistance. I'll just pull out one card, and then you move into the Page of Wands, which is, I'm stepping into another step. I'm stepping onto a whole new game here, a new step here. I'm playing this in a different way. I'm playing this differently now. So that's what I'm getting for you. Okay, I'm probably losing some people at the top of my chat bar who I was going to go down. Who else have we got here? Do you want to do yay? Well, four. Yeah, you have the Nine of Swords that's popped out as well. So there's some mind games. No way. How can that happen? You guys saw me. Maybe that last message is also for you, yay, because I shuffled the cards. I thought it was quick. Then these two fell out, and this card flipped up onto the deck. So the same cards as what was in the last reading. So I'm feeling similar story for you. I will pull out one more just to give you heads up. If you need to go back and listen to Justin's reading, it's for you as well. Okay, another card for you, please. Okay, I love it when they pop out like that. Yeah, you are learning to move into the High Priestess. Maybe even for Justin, this is another message for you too. You guys are kind of combined at the moment with the same energy. High Priestess is where you're going, so you're learning to find that power, that understanding within that you were always supported. You are supported just because you were born. There is no need for chasing support. High Priestess, she knows the value of herself, so much so that she can change the story when she just wants to. She brings in the dragon energy. She shifts her story like that. Yeah, and then so be it, and then so be it. And I shift my story. So you're coming into an alignment with that 3 of I now know how to shift my story completely. Okay, Liz. Liz, over this side we have this, and I feel like there's a gentleness, and it's so weird. It's a Knight of Swords, which is very fast moving. The dog's on the table. Everybody, this is Jessie. Say hello. You wanted to say hello? Hello. This is Jessie. Get off the table. Down. Go on. Get down. Down. See, he knows I'm not. Thank you. Okay. Anyway, that is so funny. Okay, so who was I reading for? I was reading for the chat bar's going too fast. Oh my gosh, I forgot who I was reading for. Okay, you know who you are. I've forgotten, but it's okay. Me, says Liz. Thank you, Liz. Okay, as we were rudely interrupted, it's so weird too, because I'm pulling this out, and this is a very fast, somebody's coming in fast for you, or something's happening fast for you. And it's to do with the mind. The mind is, but for some reason, I'm seeing it as a very soft thing. Like it's wielding. I don't even understand why they've made this card so soft looking, because the Knight of the Swords is a real cut through that crap. Let's change our thinking. Let's make things happen from it. Maybe it's like you're finally finding softness within yourself. Another card fell out as well, and it was the six of coins, which is a sharing and a receiving and a sharing. Receiving, sharing. We can't gift others unless we feel really fully supported in ourselves, that we will always be receiving what we need as well. The coming and going, or flowing of life, in the sharing and the giving and the receiving and the giving. I feel like I'm going around in circles with you. Yeah, I feel a little bit blocked here for some reason. It's like the message isn't really clear. So there might be some blockages within your mind that you need to cut through for you to receive messages yourself. Receive messages yourself. Yeah, I'll just leave it there. Sorry, Liz. Anyways, the dog wanted to show itself, and dogs are loyalty. friendships coming in, trusting friends. Could be something to do with that too, Liz. Oh my gosh. Okay, who else have we got here that wants a reading? So Jeannie, you have one card that just fell out nicely. So you found a nice space within yourself. Look at that, 2 of Wands. 2 doorways. You found a nice space within yourself. I almost see you standing on these steps and going, yeah, there's a couple of options there, but it's almost like you're, oh, whatever. I just kind of feel you're like, but they're going to say, I think your team is trying to say you're going to have to make a decision. And then when you do, I know you'll make it 100%. You'll just walk through that door because you're in an, okay. So there's a decision to be made. It's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just feeling this, yeah, okay. Which is a really good space to be in. It's like a maturity within that. It's like, yeah, but I'm happy here. I'm all good. But they are showing that there's 2 doorways going to go. There's something choice to be made in the future or coming up. So just be aware of that there's a choice to be made. Okay. Sorry. When I'm tapping into you, Jean, you just rightio. Okay. We'll do that then. So funny. God, you're I love it when I tap into different people's energies and it's like that. It's so different. Everyone's so different. I kind of want to stay here because it's a nice space to be in, Jeannie, with you. So, shall I do this? Yeah, maybe. But they are saying that whatever you do choose to do 100%. Okay, so we'll leave it there because otherwise I'll just sit in this air. You won't go any further. Okay, do I want to do somebody else's reading? Yeah, okay, maybe. Sorry, you're question marking me. I don't know. That's what I'm feeling. Maybe you're moving into that. Oh, no, that's another person. Sorry. That's Janie. Sorry, Janie. Just say yes, please, and I'll do a reading for you. Jeannie. That's so interesting. I love your energy. Okay, well, that snapped me out of it. Okay, Spirit wanted me out of that energy. So I did somebody else's reading. Cherie. Okay, Cherie, here we go. That snapped me out of that. Okay, Faith. Oh, nice. My head's a bit spinny from Jeannie's reading. 5, Faith. But it was kind of in reverse. I'm not, for some reason, they keep on wanting me to switch the reverses up and just forget about them. But I'm feeling there is faith coming, or you are finding faith within yourself. You are starting to find faith within yourself. And they're showing me the way that he's holding his hands. They're showing me this. It's not exactly as he's doing it, but close to. They're showing me this because it's like, I know where I'm going. They're showing me this finger that was pointing in my dream when I was going through a massive breakup. It's like, you know where you're going. I'm pointing the finger. You know it's going to be, it was a difficult thing to go through in my dream, in my life, in that moment, but I'm feeling like, I have faith now. It doesn't matter what they bring at me. It doesn't matter what they show at me. I'm hot. It's like this part of your hands is home, and I point my direction. They're showing me this thing that they taught me years ago about, here's the church or something. God, I haven't done this for years. Here's the church. Here's the steeple. Open the doors. Open the doors, and out come the people. They're showing me that. So your home is your faith, the church. It's not the church. It's that you have this faith within you. You have this home within you. And the steeple is like the direction that you want to go in now. Is any direction. You carry the shell of the turtle on your back. You carry your home within you. and you have more faith. And they're showing me the thumbs are pointing at me now. So you're finding something within yourself that's going to give you more alignment with the next adventure of your life. Okay. Okay, Janie Wallace. Okay, we will do a reading for you now. I didn't read your message either. I felt like there was an urgency to it, but I didn't read it. Ace of Cups is coming, so there's a new beginning coming for you. I feel like I'm going back into my old self of being a little bit asleep within myself, where I wasn't quite getting, but it was like we're looking for something outside of us instead of within us, that sort of feeling. But they're showing me there's still, even so, a new beginning within the heart space is going to come your way in the end. I hope that gives you a little bit more clarity, but there's something more to shift within yourself if you really want to find the true essence of love within yourself. And that means you're no longer relying on anyone outside of you coming in. So there's something to do with that for you. And Page of Cups is coming in. See, there's somebody coming in that's going to show you this. Someone might be coming in that's going to show you this. It's a new adventure coming, and and Palace of Coins. These are all good cards. So you are. It's like you're leveling up, but everything has to fall away for you to level up. Okay. And it's okay. Everything's going to work out in the end, because the Palace of Coins is a very grounded house, something it's an environment that you feel happy in. And the Three of Wands is the adventure, and the Ace of Cups is the new beginning with the heart, and the Page of Cups is to do with, I feel vulnerable here, but I'm going to take a chance anyway. So yeah, okay, we'll leave it there for you. Layers. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I shake your hand too. And give you a love heart as well. Very good. Jeannie, I've been non-attached lately. Everything is happening around me. No need to decide anything. See, this is what I was tapping into with you. And it was such a nice place to be that I really could have just closed up the circle and said, I'm not going to read for anymore. But Spirit wanted me to. So, and Janie got me out of that so that I could read for her. Okay, we have the Page of Swords as well. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, I don't even know who I'm reading for. For some reason, I'm seeing Celtic. I don't even know if you said yes. Okay, we'll go Celtic with this one of the Page of Swords. I'm pretty sure she'll be fine with it anyway. We know each other. We've met each other in New York when I flew from Australia to New York this year. My beautiful friends in New York that brought me there. It's so beautiful. Okay, Page of Swords for you, Celtic. Clarity. Just be careful that you are not holding on to, it's like message comes in, right? Clarity. And then don't hold on to it and go, for the rest of my life, that's how I'm going to think. Make it more malleable. They're showing me sometimes we can find some truth and then we hold on to it, and then it ends up becoming rigid in our life. So they want you to be more malleable as you move along with these new messages. Allow them to flow in the moment is when they were needed, and they will come back when they are needed because you already know that lesson. But you don't need to fixate on it, that's the way it has to be because that's what you saw, or that's the synchronicity that brought you to that. Don't be so fixated on things. The malleableness is going to gift you even more. Infinite possibilities coming your way. Okay. Sky. We have the Six of Cups coming in. So there's connection here. I'm feeling connection here. With all those cups filled, the innocence of oneself coming back. Also, what am I feeling? Determination. 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 I'm just going to get one more card for you. Two of Coins. Yeah, they're showing me with this Two of Coins of vulnerability. See, underneath the Two of Coins, there's something to do with a vulnerability of abundance and allowing oneself to be assertive in the nature of your story that you are wanting to bring through. Be careful not to try to control it too much, but just be assertive as in, I know myself, I know what I'm capable of, I know what I can bring through. And then they're showing me this vulnerability of not quite getting what you have wanted, like drips and drabs, like it's only the two, but then right underneath that and going in acceptance of the two, you jump to the 10 of Coins, which was right underneath it. So in the acceptance of the vulnerability of not having enough, so-called, and being determined with the story, gifts you the 10. And there's connections in this. Okay. Just knowing thyself as you walk. Knowing thyself as you walk is enough. And acceptance for some reason. Okay. So that was for Sky. You're welcome, Celtic. Elise, okay. I love doing these readings anyway, so it's fun. We have 3 cards that have fallen out. I love helping people. I really, no way. How can that happen, right? The same 3 cards as what I have for Sky, I have for you, Elise. Come out, fall out again. I'm going to shuffle again, but if you want to go back to Sky's reading, it's so weird how it's almost like there's an integration here, even within the chat bar in the readings. It's like an integration of us coming together with the same energy alignment. Okay, so this one came out for you, which is the 4 of Coins. They're showing me the dragon curled up around the abundance. Don't hold on to abundance too much. Don't hold on to the bank account too much. Let things flow. Let things flow and trust. The more that you flow, the more that you allow the flow, the more comes in. The more you hold tight, the more that the universe is saying you don't need it because you're holding on to it. So you're not using it. You don't. It's like if you're not using it, you don't need it. If you're using it, then you need it. It's like that. Something to do with this when it comes to abundance and flowing in your life. I could take that message. As well. And we're leaving on 808, which is all abundance. Well, it is in Brisbane, Australia. I was going to say New Zealand for a second there. I was born in New Zealand. Okay, picked up one more. I don't know if I missed somebody because I picked up a card, a deck. If there's someone that I missed, yell out. If not, I'll just pull a card for the overall energy. Whew, let's bring in this dragon energy. Okay, Grace. Because I picked up a totally different deck. Okay, Grace. Oh, yeah. We have 2 that's coming in. Confusion, many choices, uncertainty. Past, known, unknown, future, perhaps, maybe there's all this that could be going on in your head at the moment of, but there's a reason why this is happening. It's happening because they want you to, they're showing me something being so tight within the confusion that it has to release. It's kind of like you're holding on to the bar too much that you have to fall. They're showing me Peaceful Warriors movie where he was standing on a balcony in a kind of a vision dream that felt real. And I've had this happen to me. And then falling and letting go. I was hanging on to vines in this dream and everything in the dream came true. before, and then I was hanging onto vines, and then they said release, let go, and I fell into a huge mandala, and it was to teach me that you have to let go of. It's almost like spirit is showing you a new path, because the path that you were taking wasn't good enough for you. You are to become the guide in the future for others, and this path wasn't good enough for you. So if the confusion might be that you thought it was one way, it probably was, but it wasn't the wholeness. There was something to do with the wholeness coming in, and there's more coming for you. Way more coming for you, Grace. Way more coming for you. So I will leave it there. You're welcome, Elise. And whether this has happened or whether it's coming in the future, that's what the cards are saying at the moment, Grace. Okay, guys, this was so much fun. Thank you for being part of this. Please go check out my new, brand new month-old channel. It has these beautiful messages. Every week I've worked really hard on these messages, and they flowed through me. That was the easy part, but actually putting them together physically with the talk, speaking, and the images and all that, it literally takes a whole week to do those sort of things in between me Uber eating and stuff like that, having fun with my life. Anyways, guys, go check out that Codes to a New Reality, my new channel. Yes, and you will find some really beautiful, powerful messages. All messages that are guiding humanity into these new frequencies, into this new earth that we really want to bring in. It's reminding us of things that we have forgotten, of information that we have forgotten. That's what that whole beautiful, I love it. I love that channel. It feels so good. So go check that out. And if you want to be part of the AMAKEL school, I will be doing more lessons. I just give me a little bit of time, because there's a lot going on, but I will be doing more lessons. I love you guys so much. Oh yeah, and a discount on the price for the readings too. I will look at that pretty much straight away and put a discount on those now. Yeah, I'm really feeling that I might drop that for some time, because I don't know, I just feel to. And I'm trusting that. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, guys, love you heaps. Bye.